half. And then we wrote our midsems. Everything fell. What? The grades. You guys won't believe me. I couldn't believe this is me who's scoring this much. This less? Oh my god, like that. And obviously, grades fall, CGPA goes, panic attack. What do you do? Placements, all those, all those. But then, not to tell, it was actually a bad time for us to be said. It was really hard thinking what we would do and all. Like passing was a problem, and I think I did all pass. That is also a power within me again. That is one thing. And trust me, here coming to this college, being in hostel, we all friends, saath mein padenge, all those and all won't work. And then when exam time comes, everyone goes off. All that reading, all this reading, all you study on your own only so much. At the end, it is you who needs to put efforts, study on your own, get grades, pass. Your power, bro. That's all it is. Like that. But then, yeah, when you said unleash the power within, it is always a term which is used, like a motivational thing which they speak, and my pathway is motivational strategies. After the meeting, let me know if I will, actually make it work with this theme and all. Anyways, I think that is all. I think we can go further with the meeting. Uh, Now we have the evaluation segment. I would like to call upon Toastmaster Sanidhya, the general evaluator for today's meeting. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Abhinaya. So it was a great meeting, and I hope we all learned a lot about the power that we hold within ourselves today. So now coming to the serious aspect of this meeting, let's start with the evaluation. So for the first speaker, that is Toastmaster Jaswita, we have a speech evaluator, Toastmaster Durga. Over to you, Toastmaster Durga.
Thank you, General Valued Toastmaster Sanidhya. A very good evening to one and all, and a special good evening to Toastmaster Jashwata, who taught us a lot about mentorship today, especially members who are new to the club or want to take up Toastmasters. This was a very good opening. First thing that stood out in Toastmaster Jaswita's speech today was her storytelling method. She has a specific storytelling method where it's very light and airy and it's very inviting for the listeners to listen to. The second point is what I've mentioned before. This is a good start for a lot of people in the meeting today. So whoever want to take up Toastmaster membership and become a mentee and then further a mentor, she gave us an introduction and more or less a story on how it goes, what happens, what is her journey. So that was a very good way in which she portrayed. Now, the first thing that I noticed is the background. So I request everybody in the meeting, remember this line: kill the background or it's the death to hand gestures. Because the moment you start moving your hand, the hand gestures are just will just vanish if there is a background. So if it's absolutely, not possible for you to show us what is in the background, then that's a different story. But if there is a slight possibility that the background can be cleared, that goes a long way. Second is, I have heard Toastmaster Jeff speeches or the coming speeches, something Toastmaster Jaswita can work on is a stronger introduction. Beginning with a bang makes a lot of effort on how you interact with the audience. Yes, you had interactions. You asked us about how if we have mentors. But apart from that, maybe Toastmaster Jaswati can work on an introduction that will go in a different direction. And finally, the one challenge or the one thing, not necessarily a challenge, or the one final thing that really stood out to me today was I loved how Toastmaster Jashwata incorporated the title into the conclusion. It was very clever and it's quite a takeaway for me. I didn't expect that twist. So when I heard that, it made my day. So overall, a great speech. So kill the background. It's that to hand gestures and work on a stronger introduction, and you'll go a long way. hope to hear more and more good stories from you, Toastmaster Jashwita. Over to the general evaluator, Toastmaster Sandhya.
Thank you, Toastmaster Durga, for such a detailed evaluation. And coming to Toastmaster Jasita, I totally agree with your speech evaluator about the background. Also, in between your speech, I felt that it was going a bit monotonous, and it was seeming to be a story with a single paragraph. So yeah, if you can change tones, and it would be great. And for Toastmaster Durga, you told about the speech objectives of a target speaker. You told about the time limit, which is a great thing. You also motivated your speaker while introducing, and that's also a great thing, and it's great for the speakers. uh, and yeah, overall, thank you so much for that evaluation. Now we'll move to the next speaker, which is Toastmaster Raven. So I would like to call upon his speech evaluator, that is Toastmaster Manjusha. Over to Toastmaster Manjusha.
Hope I'm visible and audible as well.
Yes,
Yeah.
you are.
So, thank you, General Evaluator Toastmaster Sanidhya. Good evening, everyone. Good evening to my target speaker, Toastmaster Raven. First of all, congratulations on attempting your L1P3. It's completely a great speech. Uh, and I should say that, first of all, that's a great speech because the topic connects with every one of us, because it's a great topic, and the way you have took it from starting to end, it was really good. So the first one I want to congratulate on you is the way you engaged the audience, because it was really great. You have started with the question, and you have also grabbed our attention by telling that there is a question in the end, which means you have pulled all the attention. So we will be attentive throughout the speech, because you have already told that there is a question in the end. And the voice modulations really worked out well in the starting, and interaction with the audience is completely the highlight of your speech. And I want to say a few points which you can really work on. The first one is the voice modulation is really good in the first part of the speech. Later on, it really you can actually work on the voice modulation, because in the starting it was good. Then you can maybe you can modulate more, you can work on them more. And the second one is that you are not completely visible. I understand this is an online meeting, because you have really good hand gestures, but they aren't seen properly. So make sure that you adjust your screen properly the next time you come on the screen, so that we can see your gestures properly. And the next one is I just want to tell you that I think we all get our resilience, perseverance from our moms, because they already bit all the bullets. I somehow made use of this vocabulary. Same way, I also want you to imbibe in your speech as well, because you have rightly got the topic, and the idiom of the day, word of the day really matches your topic as well. So you have actually introduced them into your topic somehow. And thank you so much. And I'm really proud of you for throwing light on your supermoms. Over to you, Toastmaster Sanitya.
Thank you, Toastmaster Manjusha, for your inputs. And for Toastmaster Revant, I have more or less the similar things. And I think while you were giving your speech, the examples you were giving about how we guys have a relationships with our mom, they were coming in tidbits, and basically they were not connected. So yeah, you can work on that. Overall, it was a topic that most of us we relate to, especially being an hostler. And I can relate how happy I am to be home today, seeing my mom. So it was a great topic and great title. Overall, it was a great speech. And for your speech evaluator, Toastmaster Manjusha, it was a great evaluation. And I think overall, that's fine. So it's up with the speech evaluations. So now I will go for the tag team reports. And first, we have the grammarian, that is Toastmaster Praneeth. Over to you, Toastmaster Praneeth.
Hi, today's word of the day and idiom of the day were sparsely used. Like I was pretty sad about it because they were a bit easier, but hopefully you will use it in the next time. And coming to the speaker one, Jaswita, she demonstrated like excellent language throughout her speech, very articulated words. She used good words like storytelling and like and clever, etc. And speaker 2 Revant has like had a very good topic as well, and he was very concise and impactful in his structure, and the good grammar words he used were oh my mother, uh, like articulate, etc. And coming to the table topic speakers, we they used a lot of good words like friendship, success, and happiness. These are like the good words I could find, and generally the general words were clever and throwing light on things. General good words that I could find. The only suggestion that I would give to each and everyone is to improve upon the what do you call you know the usage of the word of the day and idiom of the day, because it definitely shows that you can you can adapt to the situation, because sometimes you cannot uh, like in situations you have to add new things. Like for example, you prepared your speech before, but when you wanted to add word of the day and idiom of the day in the middle of the speech, if you are able to add that, that means you are a very good speaker and you have very good preparation as well. So that's it, and thank you for this opportunity. Over to the general auditor.
Thank you, Toastmaster Praneeth, for your report. Now I'll like to call upon the hour counter for the day, that is Toastmaster Guru Sai Fanitra, for his report.
Well, I'm back with my report. I'll start off with the speakers. Speaker 1, Jaswita. Well, you had a few hours. Apart from that, you appeared confident throughout your speech. Well, that's one thing I would suggest to all the audience present here. Being prepared is equal to being confident, and being confident is it leads to lesser use of CRPFs. Well, her speech evaluator, Durga, she had a few hours. Apart from that, she gave a very good evaluation. And then speaker 2, Revant, he had only 1 hour, one like, and he repeated a few words here and there. But one thing I liked about his speech was he spoke in a slow and calm way, which would allow the audience to digest what he is trying to convey. Well, that's something I'd suggest everyone learn from his speech. And his speech evaluator Manjusha had a few hours, one so, and was the repetitive word. Well, the meeting was quite free from CRPFs. Well, there's one thing I'd like to point out throughout the meeting for everyone in general. Most of them used and, so, as filler words or repetitive words when they were trying to convey the message. Well, one thing I'd suggest is when you have a few things, like a list of things that you want to convey, you could use you could just say the next sentence without using the filler words like I'm doing right now. And like those, you need not use those. You can just go ahead and say the next sentence, or you could say firstly, secondly, like how our TMO did it at the beginning while explaining how to unleash the power within. That's a good use. So that's something I'd suggest for everyone present in the meeting. Apart from that, the meeting was good and everyone had very few CRPFs. Over to the general evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmasters GSP, for such a detailed report and for your inputs. Now we'll come to the timer report, which is Toastmaster Vishnu's report. Over to the timer, Toastmaster Vishnu.
Is my screen visible? Can anyone unmute and please tell me?
Yes, 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 yes.
Yeah. I would like to evaluate everyone with the screen being shown. Coming to the speeches, Toastmaster Jasmita, she took 7 minutes 8 seconds to complete her speech. She should have completed before the buffer time enters. Toastmaster Raven, he completed the speech before 6 minutes 21 seconds. It's good. And coming to table topic session, first speaker Sanida Sharma, he took 1 minute 15 seconds. Arjun V, the second table topic speaker, he took 1 minute 10 seconds. Jasmita, the third table topic speaker, she took 1 minute 30 seconds. Revanth, the table topic speaker 4, he took 2 minutes 10 seconds. Apart from the Revanth, all three did good. Just Arjunvi, he should have spoken a bit more. That would have been an item for him. And for Revanth, he should have concluded his speech before the red card enters. He was in a hurry to complete his speech so that he don't cross the buffer limit. Next time, make sure not to cross the buffer time. Revanth. And coming to speech evaluations, Toastmaster Durga, she took 2 minutes 50 seconds. And Toastmaster Manjusha, she took 2 minutes 22 seconds. Both are good. Coming to Praneeth, he's the grammarian and he took 2 minutes 17 seconds to conclude the speech. He should have given a well more, given good conclusion. Toastmaster GSP Dursar Indra, the accounter, he took 2 minutes. All are good. There is no one who got more than the buffer time, so everyone is qualified for their respective roles. That's it from my side. Over to Sunny Sharma. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vishnu, for such a great report. So now I'll begin with my general evaluation, starting with the tag team. Starting with the timer. So Toastmaster Vishnu, you had a great intro and you explained your role very well. You stated the time limit for everyone, which is a great thing. And while giving your report, you had a proper Excel sheet prepared, and which is a very convenient way for everyone to understand how long they spoke for, and it's a great way to uh, get more inputs from you. So overall, it was a great role. Thank you for that. Coming to the R counter, Toastmaster GSP. First of all, while giving your intro, you gave a lot of tips, which is a very great thing. And being, we all know that you are like most experienced speaker here, and we always look forward to your inputs. And thank you for the tips that you gave. And you also explained about your role, the crutch words, and everything. So overall, it was a great report from your side. You also gave suggestions in the end, which is also very helpful for the speakers. Coming to the grammarian, Toastmaster Praneeth, though I know you became the grammarian in the last minute, and thank you for taking up the role. But I think while giving the word of the day and idiom of the day, you could have given us like a single example from each of those, so that it was easier for everyone to, you know, like use the word of the day and idiom of the day in their speeches or their roles. Overall, your report was great, and agreeing to his point that the word of the day and the idiom of the day was like sparsely used, which is not a great sign, though I myself did not use it, but I agree. We should look into that. Now, starting with the big four, we have our Associate Sergeant at Arms, Toastmaster Abhinaya. So, uh, you told about all the rules, and you started the meeting on with high energy, which is also a great thing. And overall, you did your role in a perfect manner. However, I feel that the Sergeant at Arms can give a little introduction about the theme of the day, but since you were the TMOD, it's okay because you only are telling about the theme, so it won't make a difference. Next, we have Table Topics Master, Toastmaster Nikhilesh. Your topics were very related to the theme of the day, and you also spoke about the theme, which is a great thing, and great topics. Nothing for you from my part. Next, we have TMOD, Toastmaster Abhinaya. So for you, you were higher energy and you were explaining the theme in proper manners. You had proper segments explaining each and every aspect about how you wanted to take the theme, what came to your mind, how we can unleash the power within ourselves. That's the best part. However, after the break, when you had your segment, I felt that you were a bit casual in the way you were speaking. Say, like it's okay to use phrases from other languages, but we should keep it more formal in the meetings. Otherwise, you did a great job, and a great round of applause for our TMOD, because it's like I feel that it's a great role to, like, it's the job of the TMOD to get the meeting going. So you did a great job with that. Now about the presiding officer, you made all the announcements, and I don't think I have anything to add on. Also to add for Toastmaster Abhinaya, sorry, you told a general format of the meeting for our guests, which is a great thing. So I think that should be done, because for those who are attending a meeting for the first time, you don't understand the formal procedure of the meeting, and having a brief introduction about what all is going to happen in the meeting is a great thing to look forward to. Now, I have a few general suggestions. Uh, I think so the meeting started 8 to 9 minutes late, and I think we can start the meeting on time. However, it's an online setup. We all have our technical issues, but still we have to resolve them, and the meeting should start on time. Uh, and as I already told, word of the day and idiom of the day should be used properly. Also, for every speaker, when we are handing over the stage to the next person, I think we should be high on energy, so that the next speaker or the next person who's coming onto the stage also feels motivated to speak with high energy. And overall, that's all with my evaluation. It was a great meeting, and we all had a great learning experience. I hope our guests also got to know about how a Toastmasters meeting goes forth in Amrita. So yeah, thank you so much, and over to the Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Sanidhya. It was a brief evaluation. And we are at the end of the meeting. I think we all did justice for our roles. At the end, to conclude, what I would like to tell is, as I have to conclude related to the theme, I would like to tell all of you to be open to new experiences, embrace challenges, and tap into your limitless potential. So with that enthusiasm, we can, inspire others also to do so. There is this one quote which I live by always. I don't know, it's just stuck to my mind always, and I would like to share it with you all. It goes like this: if you're looking for a helping hand, there is one at the end of your arm. Did you guys get it?
Okay,
Sorry, I couldn't hear.
that's a great quote, Abhinaya.
Yeah. So I would like to conclude here, and I would like to hand over the meeting to the presiding officer, Toastmaster Jaswita.
Thank you, Abhinaya. I felt you rocked the stage as a Toastmaster of the day. I could really connect with the topics which you were telling, and the last quote as the conclusion. I mean, it's the best. Uh, the helping hand is right here. You mean that, right? Yes, Abhinaya.
Yes, yes, it is.
Well, well, everyone over here, have we all unleashed the power within us, right? We all have that power inside us, right? Some situations we have to make excuses in front of our teachers. Sometimes we have to do a lot of physical work, and sometimes we need power for writing the definition of power in our exams. Nevertheless, we all need that power or that push so that we can go ahead in our lives. This was about the theme, and uh, I request General Evaluator to send the link for the voting. You can send
Yeah,
it to me.
just a
Yeah.
minute. Yeah, sure. Just a minute.
Yes. In the meanwhile, we can take the feedback from our guests. Arjun, would you like to go first?
Yes, sure, sure. I like that you all were able to express freely in a way that is comfortable with you. And maybe as a feedback, you can work more on the structuring of your speeches. But what I liked is everyone was able to freely express it naturally. That is that is what is most important. And Toastmaster Nikhilesh gave a coincidentally he gave a very fitting table topic to me. That was interesting. Maybe I could have given a few more examples. So that is all. Thank you.
Thank you, Arjun. We look forward to see you in all our future meetings as well. And Priyanshu, can you go next? Can you give the feedback about the session? Nipun, do you want to say something about the session? Can you give us feedback about the session?
This was my first session, so yeah, it was really good. I saw how Toastmasters work. It's actually the first time I'm coming to a Toastmasters meeting. Like even though online things, online it was there for a lot of time, 1 year and all those things, but I never actually gave myself into Toastmasters. But I think it's a very good um, event when you a good practice ground when especially when you want to prepare for competitive exams like the IELTS or the TOEFL, or when there's a speaking assessment or something like that. This is a very good place to practice. So yeah, really, I'm really impressed with Toastmasters. Yeah.
Nipun, we are relatively new to the online setup. We are just trying. It's our second online meeting. We would actually really love to have you in our offline meetings. I'm sure there's a lot more fun, right, Toastmasters? Yes. And we would love to have you in our club as well. Are you interested to join? I'm not ready to do the salesman job right now. We don't have much of the time, but if you are interested to join, all the people in the XCOM are ready to be your salesman.
Yeah, and
I
I'll
think
think
the
about
meet.
it. I'll think about it.
Yes, yes, sure. Nipun. I think the I think the meeting link is out. You can post it on the chat, Sanadya, and the guests can
Yeah,
also vote.
1 minute.
Yep.
Is it visible? I have received 10 responses. I think 2 more people have to respond.
The guests can also respond if you are unsure about.
I still have 10 votes.
I think we can
Think
continue.
fine, we'll continue. I'll send the result to the presiding officer.
You can post the link in the roll takers form. Durga can put it. She was there for the most of the meeting.
Yeah, sure, I'll do that.
I think we can continue. We are little over the time.
Fine, I'll send you the results.
Yep, sure. I think we got one more response. Okay. Well, I have the results. The best of table topic session goes to, well, it's a tie. It's Toastmaster Sanidhya, congratulations, and Toastmaster Jaswata. Next, the best of evaluators,
Congratulations, dude.
uh, best of speech evaluators. Any guesses? It's Toastmaster Manjusha. Congratulations. The best of tag team. Now. Any guesses? Drum rolls, it's Toastmaster GSP. And for the best of Big Four, I think it's pretty known. It's a known fact. It's Toastmaster Abhinaya for the TMOT. Congratulations. And for the best of speakers, it's Toastmaster Jaswant. That's the end of the meeting, and I officially declare Toastmaster meeting number 206, Unleash the Power Within, closed. And the session is open for networking. People who didn't want to turn on their cameras, now they can turn on. The formal session is done, and you can speak. First, I'll stop the recording.